Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the April 6th meeting of the Middle School Committee. My name is Carrie Roach. I'm your current chair. I'll start by saying that this meeting is being recorded and can be viewed on the YouTube channel. We'll go ahead and do roll call. Robin Briggs. Here. Stephen Catalano.
Here.
Mark Conroy.
Here.
Denise Gibbons.
Here.
Superintendent.
Here.
We have no teacher or student reps. So is there anyone that signed in for open session? There is none. Okay. So we'll go right into our action items. I have a consideration to approve the 323 school committee meeting minutes.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Catalano.
make a motion to approve the 320 Middle School Committee 323-21 School Committee meetings.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We have a consideration to approve the 2021-2022 school calendar. Mr. Mullaney?
Yeah, and we're working under the expectation and the assumption that it will be a 180-day school year once again. Teachers would report on August 30th and 31st. The first day for students would be September 1st. And if there were no snow days or other days where we had to cancel school, the end of school would be June 15th.
Any questions from the committee? Take a motion.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Conroy.
I would make a motion that we approve the 2021-2022 school calendar as presented.
Second. Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
Madam Chair,
Mr. Catalano.
I know it doesn't impact the actual calendar, but as we have discussed a couple times in this committee, are you guys going to be looking at some of the sequencing and the scheduling, kind of lessons learned, baptism by fire last year and then this year, when you start looking at how scheduling out? I know that doesn't impact days and it doesn't
Right.
impact, but is that part of the conversation you guys are having at the admin team?
Yes, and are you referencing things like when we had conferences on Thursdays and Fridays, like the cohort A, cohort B?
Also, part of the scheduling where you're not having every class every single day, longer
okay, yeah,
periods.
both the high school and middle school are examining that now.
Okay.
And it's,
And that doesn't require an adjustment at all here?
Correct.
That's all within the days when they're
correct,
current?
correct, yeah.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have a consideration to approve the MOU between the teachers in Millis Public Schools.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Catalano.
I make a motion to approve the MOA and the Millis School Committee, the MOA between the Millis Teachers Association and the school committee, which is the third version of the health and safety protocols that we negotiated with the union with the increase in in-person learning.
Second.
We've moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
Madam Chair,
Mr. Conroy.
I think you just highlight some of the big couple of items is addressing anticipated timeline for in-person learning. So obviously, K through 5 started Monday, April 5th. Middle school scheduled to start, K through 8 will start in person 5 days on Wednesday, April 28th. And the high school, as it's been agreed to between the Millis Teachers Union and the school committee, will start on Monday, May 3rd. That will be all grades 9 through 12 in person 5 days a week on Monday, May 3rd. Obviously, elementary and middle school were set dates by the state. In the high school, the state has still not issued a return date, but we've collectively decided May 3rd. And I know part of that has to do with the fact that vaccination of staff throughout the high school will be complete by then, with virtually everybody who wanted a vaccine will be vaccinated, as well as having the extra 2 weeks for it to take a hold, probably by the end of April, making this May 3rd date even more of a comfortable situation for people. So
I just want to clarify, Mr. Conroy, sorry, but the intention is starting on May 3rd, but we gave us, it says the week of May 3rd, so depending on
So
how
I guess
that goes.
that's, yeah, Mr. Mulaney's memo that we got. So I guess maybe that would be maybe that's an amendment to this, or how are we, because in the memo from Mr. Mulaney, it said all 4 grades would start on Monday. I know there have been discussions about phasing them in over the week.
Right, if necessary. We don't think that's going to be necessary, yes.
So we left the wording to say week of, just in case with lessons learned, that they come back and say they would like to phase in, starting with grade 12 on the Monday, and then the rest, throughout that week. We left it open, so we could allow for that.
That's fine. I just,
Yeah, but the intent and the understanding with the association is that all grades 9 to 12 would be coming in on May 3rd.
I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any other real changes to this, from what's happening today. So I guess I would just highlight those things so that people are aware.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing that to make note in the spacing in the classrooms, that we maintain 6 feet from the teacher to the students, and then 6 feet where possible in every other classroom.
No less than 3 feet.
No less than 3.
But lunches and any other place will still be at 6 feet.
Lunch is at 6
Right.
feet because masks will not
Right.
be worn during lunch.
Yeah, any unmasked time, like mask breaks and things like that, anytime a mask is off, minimum of 6 feet.
And I'd just like to say, just again, to thank the Teachers Association through this process. It's been a very easy thing to work through with them, and it was very collaborative, and it was a really good process.
I second that. It was a very good process.
Any other discussion? Okay, I believe we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, do we have time in learning? Just April enrollment?
Yeah, April enrollment, we're up 1 more student in the district, and we're also up 2 more choice students, so we're at 93 choice students now, as a couple of people moved out of Millis, but they've kept their student. Choice have crept up again. Doesn't impact the class size or anything like that, because they were already, they were already with us.
Perfect. And then I know we just had a brief update on increased in-person learning, but Bob, did you have any other thoughts?
Yeah, I can just speak a little bit to what happened over at Clyde Brown the last couple of days. On March 29th, we had the 1st and 2nd grade kind of break us in over at Clyde Brown. They went fully in on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday of that week. And it was a very positive experience, and it's great to be over there and see the activity. On Monday, we started with K to 5, everyone full in, and the last 2 days, again, it's been really nice to see the activity over there, the sound, the movement, and again, it's been very positive, and parents have been really excellent with the drop-off times and the pickup, and so, day 1 there was a few glitches, nothing major, and then day 2 today went exceedingly well. There was some minor tweaks made between Monday and Tuesday. We were a little worried that parents might not get the message, or there might be some confusion, but I think everyone read their Bears Den, and it went very smoothly, and dismissal worked well. So, those were the things we were really worried about, not so much the teaching in the classrooms and things like that, but it is really nice to see the activity over at Clyde Brown again.
It's been
Yeah.
a long time, huh?
It has, yeah. And there were some kindergarten kids. Monday was their first day in that building because they've been remote the whole year. And the staff was wonderful, very cognizant of the fact that they did have some kids coming off the bus who hadn't walked in the school yet this year. And they were able to work with those kids. But it really, you can sense it over there with the additional bodies in the building. It's not as quiet as it was, and it shouldn't be, yeah.
Perfect, thank you. So I don't know, I guess this is a record, guys, 7:16, that's what we have on I know we have an executive session. Any old business or new business? All right, then I guess I'll take a motion to adjourn to executive session.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Conroy.
I make a motion that we adjourn to executive session for the purposes of contract negotiations for union and non-union personnel, health and safety exemptions, as well as to consider the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, and we will not be returning to open session.
Second.
Moved and seconded. This requires a roll call vote. Robin? Yes. Mark?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Steve?
Yes.
And Denise?
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.